So I did a little mini declutter from all my palettes, and I don't want to sit here and go through all my palettes because then we're going to be here forever and ever. So what I just did is I filmed everything that I'm going to keep just very quick so you can see everything. And I have a lot of palettes, like tons. And what I've been going through now is my eyeshadow collection and some contour and blush kits. I didn't show you my palettes that I have that is pure blush palettes or pure highlighter palettes or things like that. I'm gonna go through those in a separate video. But this is the ones that I decided not to keep for this time. I have a few palettes that I think I'm gonna get rid of the next declutter, but these are the ones that I'm gonna get rid of at the moment. So I'm gonna go through them and I'm gonna tell you just why I'm not gonna keep these ones. And I'm starting with this one. This is called the Glam Eyes Eyeshadow Kit and it's from Viva La Diva. And I'm just not gonna keep it because I just never use it. It's all shimmer shadows and I cannot do a full look with it. I just thought the packaging was cute. They are totally copying the Too Faced. I have these ones, as you might see. I have two of these ones in the original Too Faced and those are very cute and I'm gonna keep those even though I don't use those so much. Maybe in the next declutter I'm gonna get rid of these, but this one I don't feel any purpose having it, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. The next one I'm definitely gonna get rid of is my By Cherry palette, and I bought this one because I don't even know why, because I had heard so many people talk about the By Cherry palettes, but honestly these colors doesn't inspire me at all. The pigmentation is good and there's a few colors here. I mean this one and the white one is good, and there are a few colors that are good, but overall I never reach for this palette, so that's why this baby has to go. And it's a very expensive one as well. I think I paid like 750 Swedish crowns. It's like 80 bucks for this, so bye bye. This is also another very high end, and this is not a palette, it's more a quad. Oh, you see I did some lip swatches over here before, sorry for that. And this quad is very nice, it's very pretty colors, the colors are beautiful, but I never reach for this one because I have so many other palettes with shimmer shadows like this that I prefer over this one. So this one has just been sitting in my drawer and now it's time for it to go. Another one, this was my first high-end palette that I ever bought. It's the Smashbox Full Exposure palette and I have never loved this one. In the beginning, I didn't know anything else. I thought this was the way shadows were supposed to perform, but then I started to buy other high-end quality eyeshadows and I discovered that it's not that shadows are like this, it's just this one is not good. I just cannot get this to work. I don't love it, I hate it, and it's time for it to go. So I have been holding on to this one because it was the first high-end palette that I bought, but now it's time to go. Another high-end palette that I have just swatched, I have never even used this one. It's the Too Faced Love palette. And I am not getting any inspired when I see this one. I prefer my Bonbon, my Chocolate, my Sweet Peach and my semi-sweet palettes over this 100 times. So I just think that it's not a bad palette, but this one needs a little more love. So I'm gonna pass it over to someone that would actually appreciate it and love it. So it's the Too Faced Love palette. It's not a bad palette, but I never use it. I have never even used it on my eyes. I've just swatched it. Another one that I have used once is this Isadora eye color, and those shadows are really good quality and you get many shadows for the price and it's good quality, but I never reach for it because I have so many others and I just keeping it because I wanted to have a drugstore option. But if I do tutorials, but I found that this brand it's a Swedish brand and it's hard to get your hands on it if you're not in Sweden. So I have other brands, other palettes from other brands that are better for me to use in tutorials. So I'm gonna give this to someone that really loves it. The next one is a very cheap Miss Rose eyeshadow palette, colorful. I don't have to say anything more. I never use this one. I have so many high ends that are so much better. So the same goes with this one. I don't even know where I got this one from. but it's tons of colors. It's not bad, it's actually good quality, but I never use this one because I have so many other palettes that are in better quality that I reach for, and it's humongous. Another palette that is high-end, that I'm a little bit sad to give this one up because I really love Makeup Forever, but these colors though, I'm not getting inspired, and I cannot do a full look because, I mean, I think all of them are a little bit shimmery. The only one is the black and this one, and I cannot do a full look with this one, even though I love the color selection, but I would have preferred to have like half of it shimmer, half of it matte, so I can do a full look and do it only with this palette. But don't get me wrong, these are really good quality, it's a really good palette, but I just have so many other palettes that I prefer over this one. So that's why I'm not keeping this one. I just don't feel the love that I thought I would with this one. The next one that is gonna go is this e.l.f. humongous palette. It's with all contour and blushes on the top, and on the end it's just a lot of eyeshadows. And this is a good palette, the quality is good. I liked it for a long time, but it's time for it to go because I have so many other palettes now that I reach for over this one. The next one to go is this BHcosmetic, and this one I got a little bit sad because I have a lot of single eyeshadows from the Makeup Geeks foiled shadows, and this one is branding itself as foiled eyeshadow. So I thought this one was going to be comparable to the Makeup Geeks, even though Makeup Geek is way better. But these are not foiled, this is just shimmer shadows, so I was a little bit disappointed. And if I knew that from the beginning, I would not have bought this one because I have so many shimmer shadows, so I don't need any more shimmer shadows. I wanted it to be foils, but they are not, so that's why it's gonna go in the go bin. Or this one from the BHcosmetic, I have never even touched this one. It's all eyeshadows here and blushes there, and these eyeshadows are super small. If you see my nail, it's like super tiny, and I don't usually prefer eyeshadows to be this small. I like to have it a little bit bigger so I can go a little bit crazy with my brush in there. So this one, I think, because I haven't touched it, I think the quality is going to be good because BHcosmetic is very good quality for the price. But since I haven't touched it, I don't think I'm going to reach for it anytime soon, so I think it's time for it to go. And the other palettes that I have here are one blush palette, one with eyeshadow and blushes and contour, and one contour kit. And it's time for these to go as well. And the first is my Anastasia contour kit. This was the first contour kit that I ever bought because Anastasia was the first ones to launch like a pure contour kit, and I loved it. At the beginning I loved it, but I had nothing to compare with. But now I have so many other brands to compare with, and everyone and their mama is coming up with the contour kit at the moment. So I just don't think that this has the same standard anymore, and I basically just use these two colors, as you can see, this for contouring, this for highlighting. The other ones I never used, I have just like touched them once or twice. At the moment I am using my Ben Nye contour palette, or my Kat Von D Shade and Light. I'm going to show you. So these two are the ones that I am currently using, and this is the Shade and Light, which I love, and these are the Ben Nye contour kit, which I also love. So this one has to go because I never use it. And this Bare Minerals kit I bought because I thought it was super cute. It's with a mirror in there. You have some eyeshadows, you have some blushes, contour and highlight. I don't like the quality, to be honest. It's a very cute kit, but the quality is not the best. So I never travel with this, which was my purpose. I thought I was going to use it while traveling. I never do, so it's time for it to go. This Paula's Choice is a blush palette. And this is a really good quality, but they are super pigmented. You have to dig in your brush really, really carefully to use this. And I have so many blushes. I'm going to show you in my blush declutter video. I have so many blushes and I never reach for this one. So it's better to let this one go to someone that would appreciate and love it. But these are all blushes. I think this can use as a contour and this a highlight, but it's, I don't know. I would never use this as a highlight. It's not booming enough. So this has to go. So these are all the ones that are going in my go bin. So these babies are going, and for sure they are gonna get more love from someone else. So we say bye bye to those, and we are moving on to the next declutter.